Welcome to the Finding Joy in the Journey podcast. This is Sheridan Ripley. I'm a teacher, a life coach, and author of 6 books, and I'm so excited to be with you here today to share a tip or a tool to help you find more joy in your journey. In this week's podcast, I'm going to talk about how my words from this year helped me. It did not quite go the way I thought, and maybe it will help you see how having a word for your year can help you. So for 2024, my words, I actually got 3 words and I needed all of them, were relax, receive, radiate. And the affirmation that I came up with was, when I allow myself to relax and receive, then I more easily radiate God's love. And the way I applied this at first was just making sure to take time to relax throughout my week, even if it was just reading a little bit each day. And that was pretty easy for me. I like relaxing, I like reading, and so that was great. Now, receiving was a whole different story. I really had to work at and focus on receiving. I worked on asking for more help. I am pretty self sufficient, so asking for and allowing others to help was a challenge. But the best thing that I did for this was I signed up for the Bold 9 coaching program. Heather is a coach for Enneagram 9s, which are known as peacemakers. I'm an Enneagram 9. And I pretty much typically avoid confrontations, and asking for help feels like a confrontation. So I just try not to do that. But her program is amazing. If you're a type 9 Enneagram, definitely check it out. I'll put a link to it. She incorporates somatic work with her coaching. So that was a new powerful tool that I've enjoyed learning and now incorporate just a little bit of that into my sessions with my clients, just allowing time and space to be aware of what you're feeling in your body and shifting that. I ended up going to one of Heather's live trainings, and it really changed my life because I was able to embody the power of asking and receiving from a place of confidence. And I came home more confident knowing what I desired, how to express my desires, and how to honor my desires or receive. And one of the biggest things that happened there, we were just talking in a group, and I mentioned that if I could have anything, it would be a private chef because I don't like cooking, and being in charge of cooking every night was really stressful. She asked, well, what if you already have a private chef in your house? And I was like, what are you talking about? Definitely do not have a private chef in my house. She said, well, what about your sons and your husband? Couldn't they cook some nights? And of course, I had thought about that many times and asked them for help. But I asked them pretty meekly, and they didn't really help. And it was basically something I still owned. It was not anything that they really helped with, really, at all. Well, when I got home and practiced being aware of my desires and communicating my desires confidently, I came up with a plan, and I asked really confidently for my desire that they would cook 2 nights a week. And I ordered a meal plan kit that comes once a week, but it has 2 meals in it, and basically received that gift of them cooking 2 nights a week. And voila, I now have 2 private chefs in my home. And guess what? They enjoy cooking. They like it, and they're actually cooking even more than those 2 nights sometimes. It's amazing. It's like this untapped miracle that has been sitting in my house for years. I just never asked for it or wasn't willing to relax and receive it. So, thank you to that friend that suggested that. And then for me, for having the courage to ask for and receive and relax, right? Like I had to relax my expectations of when I wanted dinner ready, etc. So definitely that relax and receive went hand in hand with that. So I thought I was doing great with my relaxing and receiving. However, right after Bryson left on his mission, I was having some weird neurological things happening, like mixing up my words, throwing random things away by accident. And I don't know, it was just weird. So I was praying about it, and God told me to relax. And I was like, okay, I can do that. But then it was education week, and Rob really wanted me to go with him. So I did, though I did take one day off, but Education week is lots of fun, but it's definitely not relaxing for my brain or my body. It's a lot of work, like a lot of thinking and a lot of walking. Also, during that time, I planned an online class and taught it. And an hour after finishing teaching that class, I fell and I broke my foot. And then I really was forced to relax and receive. Though I do remember it's probably the day after I broke my foot, I was praying and okay, I'm going to relax. Or God's like, now you get to really relax. And I was like, okay. And I started thinking about all the things I could do while I was relaxing. And God was like, I don't think you understand the definition of rest and relaxing. I was like, oh, yeah, I don't think I do. So I really intentionally rested and relaxed, and all my neurological symptoms went away, and they're still gone, even though now I'm walking around and doing all my things again. So as far as radiating, I hope I radiate God's love. That's certainly my intent. And that's one reason why I'm so excited to be doing the podcast again, to help you know that you are loved by God. And I love to imagine God shining his light down on each one of us, for sure. But as he shines his light down on me, then I can share his light and love down on me. I can share his light and love with others. That is my intention, is to radiate God's love to everyone around me. Kind of Care Bear style, right? I love the Care Bears shining. But I need to be able to and be willing to receive his love in order to share it with others. So I hope you felt my love and God's love as you listen today. And I hope that you give yourself the gift of a word for 2025. Join my newsletter at SheridanRipley.com/find word to get a link to the free class to find your word for next year. It's 5 easy steps. And if you need extra help, join the Facebook group or follow me on Instagram, and I'm happy to give you some individualized help there as well. Ooh, and if you want me to find a word for you, that is an option as well. My newsletter subscribers will get a coupon code for that as well. You can find the link for that at SheridanRipley.com/find word. And in the newsletter, find your coupon code. Enjoy. Thanks for listening today. I hope that if you enjoyed this podcast episode, you will share it with family or friends so that they too can find more joy in their journey. You can follow me at Instagram at Power Up Your Prayers, or you can find me on Facebook. I hope to connect with you there.